I'm Jim Cameron. I'm a filmmaker. Obviously, I've had games made from my previous films, and it's sort of been done after the fact. One, usually the film comes out and it's a hit, and then everybody goes, oh my God, we got to have a game. Or somebody sells the rights in some sleazy manner during the making of the film. Everybody thinks the film's going to be a bomb, so they make a crap game, and, you know, in either case, it hasn't really worked out very well for me in the past, and I haven't really been part of the loop. So with Avatar, we had the luxury of a lot of lead time, because from the time we decided to make the picture 4 years ago through the time of its release will have been, 4.5 years. And so even though there was a lot of R&D stuff at the beginning, by the time we were really going and really greenlit to the time of the release was still going to be close to 3 years. So that was plenty of time to do it right. So we started looking for a partner. We met with everybody, we talked to everybody. Some of them got it, some of them didn't. To some it was just a license deal and, kind of like, yeah, we got the market share, we can do this. Ubisoft didn't come in talking about market share. They came in talking about, we love this, world. We love these characters, and we have an idea. They had a vision for it, and I think that's what I respected more than anything. They loved the story of the movie, but they didn't want to tell it, which I think is the key. And they had some very clever ideas. One of the things that they said that I liked the most was they said, we want to do a game where you can play as a Na'vi, or an avatar, on the blue team, if you will, or you can play as a human. You can have all these great weapons and guns and amp suits and these big rotorcraft gunships, or you can play as a Na'vi and fight the guys with all that stuff, with the machine guns and missiles and flamethrowers, with a bow and arrow. Well, part of it is I had to just trust them to be so in sync that even the things that they created that were little unique kind of spin-offs, spinning off vehicles, spinning off ideas, creating new characters, I had to trust them to be in sync with the intentions of the film and of the script. So the first things that they came back with were so in sync. They were creating new people. They were just riffing. It's like they took the basic sort of beat and they just riffed off it. And there were very few things that they came back with that seemed inappropriate, and I asked them to change that, and they were 100% willing. They were eager to get it as close to what my vision of the game might have been if I had sat with them the whole time instead of being off making the movie. So I think there was a trust and there was a respect from the beginning that served us both. I didn't know what they were going to do. Honestly, I knew they made a presentation, they talked me through it along the way, but there was actually a short period of time where it was a first-person shooter. And then we all sat around and said, is this really what we want to be doing? Does that undersell the characters? Are you going to feel like you're a Na'vi if you never see what a Na'vi looks like? You just see your own blue arms, So they said, you're right, maybe we should think. So, it was that kind of give and take. We questioned to them if a first-person shooter was the right choice. So they came back with a whole other proposal that was a third-person game, and that's what it is. So, until I think I just recently that I saw kind of some of the later demos, I don't think I knew how good it was going to be. The final culmination of this will be when I sit down to write the sequel, I want to talk to them first, because they got a lot of great ideas and they got a lot of great designers, and it may actually be possible. Well, one, assuming that Avatar makes some money. Two, assuming that anybody actually wants to go through this hell again and make another movie. If there is a sequel, we'll co-generate a lot of the ideas, which I think I don't think that's been done before. Because I'm not that precious about my writing. If I hear a good idea, I'm just happy to have somebody else come up with it. The game is coming out holidays '09.